Okay, folks, check it out. You done read the title, right? Let me give you a little information on what I'm doing. I'm out of town. I'm in Dallas, Texas, right? What I'm doing is I got to feed like my pit crew and all that kind of stuff. You guys can see it right there on the screen. You know, I got, my race car out here. And, all these people, mostly everybody you see running around here, they got to eat. So what you see right here is super simple. Don't forget the full ingredient list will be on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. Let's get it. Okay, so when you talk about doing the spaghetti, right? What you need to do is you want to start, this is how I do it. I go ahead and I start my pasta noodles on, the very beginning. Now, the reason I'm opening this up, I want to show you. Obviously, this is a penne pasta, you know what I mean? Look, I'm getting ready to serve this to a lot of people. It's much easier for me to serve it this way. So when we put them in bowls, as I pass them out, look at that. When you hit it in a bowl, nothing hanging off the side like a regular spaghetti noodle. And for one, I am more fond of angel hair spaghetti than anything. Now, my water is raw, right? And I haven't put anything in there. Let's teach you guys how to go ahead and build up some flavor. All right, so this is what we're finna do. You guys see this right here? Chicken bouillon. I'm gonna say it, I've said it 1,000 times. Anytime you're using water to do anything, you can always level it up by adding yourself some chicken bouillon to it. Sometimes we add beef bouillon, And then if your pocket is really deep, you can go ahead and get yourself some of that chicken stock, right? But look at this right here. We want to start with some great flavor. And seeing how I'm cooking for a lot of people, I need them to say, hey, AB, this right here is fire, but this ain't gonna be nothing but just a regular spaghetti. But when I do it, I just do it so over the top, they won't believe me no way. All right, so after we get it, get our water, it's nice and seasoned. Oh, one more thing we gotta do here. Kosher salt. You guys see me cook with it. Obviously, I done went to the store. I gotta have it. So I'm gonna put a little kosher salt in my hand right here, just to bump up this flavor right here. Right? We give it a couple of pinches. Next, we're gonna read the box, because whatever pasta noodle you use or the brand, it's gonna tell you. You see this right here? Al dente, 11 to 12 minutes, right? We got a little water. We got our little seasoned water in there, right? So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add this. All right. Let me go ahead and get myself something to stir it with, right? Look at that. You can see the flavor in the water already. This is how you create great dishes, folks. Just out the way, let me get another one. All right, so look, here we go. I'm done, right? My alarm just went off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Remember, we want al dente style, right? So let's take this. Now, don't forget, I'm in the Airbnb. They don't have all the luxuries, no pot holders, nothing like that. So I'm gonna take this, put this in here, and you know the drill. We finna shock it, right? Meaning, we finna stop this cooking process. So let's start getting that on there. And some of y'all looking at that saying, well, man, you might have just washed off all of the flavor. That is not true, because we done cooked it into the pasta. But you want to make sure it's not mushy, right? So let me just add this right on top. Make sure we got cold water. And we stop that cooking process. All right, so what we're gonna do now is prep our veggies, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it down like this. See how I'm cutting these down like this, folks? This is like a super easy way. I don't have my knife. It's actually at the track. What you guys will see, I'm gonna make one more video. But see how I cut that down? We end up with this right here. You guys can save these, dry them out, and plant them in the garden. Don't trip though. And you might want to start getting ready, because next year we're gonna take these and we're gonna do a little gardening on my channel. All right, so then we just cut these down. Now you guys gonna see me do these a many a times, right? Now the thing is about this, and this blade happens to be serrated, you guys. So if you see me doing that little sawing, that's why. You can see it. Serrated. Now, bring this over here. I say this just because it's new people that watch my channel, that just might not know, right? So if I dice it like this, you see how small those dices are? That's for the flavor. When I dice them a little bit bigger, this is for the texture. You guys got it? Now, let's go ahead and prep them veggies. All right, folks, now this is where it goes fast, right? Now, don't forget, we finna feed a few people, right? Like if you got a large family, then this right here, you'll love these type of recipes. Now, I'm finna take my little butter, add that on the bottom. See, I had this already on low. I got my pot. It's already starting to, melt. As soon as it's finished melting, then I'm gonna go ahead and work with my veggies. I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below. This will be for all the people that follow me and have been watching some of my videos. Tell me, which one do I start with first? We got green, red, and onion. which one do I say I start with? All right, so when you look down here, you can see that all of my butter is melted, right? And the answer to that question is, obviously, I'm starting with my onions first. All right, so we'll drop these in here. What we want this to do is to release its flavors into this butter, right? I don't take them all the way down. I'm not trying to get them translucent right now. I just want these to have a head start. Now, from what I have learned from other chefs, you know what I mean, that have been trained in the culinary arts, they tell me it makes no difference. I guess I'm really biased to the way I was, taught. My grandmama started this way, so I started that way. It just seemed like they need a little bit more, right? So I'm gonna leave these alone, 30 seconds, then we add the rest of our veggies. All right, now the rest of my veggies. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Now that we got our veggies, they starting to cook down, right? Releasing that flavor into that butter and, doing this marrying process, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these down like this and we're gonna mince them. Now, some of y'all gonna say, hey, how come I'm not using my mincer? I have mine, it is actually in my trailer. I will bring that in, back into play, tomorrow in another video, but seeing how I'm here at the Airbnb and didn't think to bring it, we're just gonna go ahead and, knock this off, right? All right, so now that we minced up, you guys come in here and look, see how everything is on top? We don't have to worry about burning it. We just add that in there just like you see, right? Now we get in here, we give it a stir. Now this is when the aromatic kicks back and tell you, usually introduces itself to you with a hello. It depends on where you are, it might say, hey, what's good? All right, you see that in there? That's a lot of goodness, folks. Now, take a look right here. Now, like I said, I'm traveling in an Airbnb and didn't have no forethought to bring my meat masher, right? So this is 2 pounds of ground beef. We'll get this here, but check this out. Oh, I should have saved the wrapper. Out here at the local Walmart, I was able to find, what was that? That was $73.27. So I'm finna do it like this for all you guys that don't have the meat masher. Look at how I'm breaking this up, all right? We're gonna work, let everything cook. Start marinating, right? Now, I'm gonna be breaking out that, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be breaking out my spatula in just a minute, but right now we just want to brown. I just want to break this up the best I can for right now and let it start to get some color. But meanwhile, while that's going, don't forget, I always put a mild Italian sausage. Here we go. You guys know the drill. That's the flavor that was holding that together. We're gonna do the exact same thing, break it up. Now I usually put about 4 pounds of meat in there, so I split it. All right, so look, I wanna show this. Now this is what I found in my local Walmart, right? Out here in Dallas, Texas. Look, Cajun style andouille smoked sausage. I don't have what I normally use. You guys know I like to have that Hoffy brand, that chicken andouille, but this right here is gonna be what I'm working with. As you can see, I done already cut some of this down. I'm gonna be adding this. I just don't wanna overcook that, right? But after I get my ground beef and my Italian sausage the way I want to, then I'm gonna add this. We're gonna cook this, let this release off into that, everything together. We're gonna add our seasonings and then we're gonna go from there. All right, before I put this in here, I want you guys to go ahead and look. I want you to see what stage I'm at. You see how I lost all of my pink? It's not overcooked, right? Look at this right here. You can still see the veggies. Oh my goodness. Right, now I bring, my sausage in, which is already cut, and then I'm gonna add this to it. Now, that heat is gonna heat this up, and what makes them say andouille is getting ready to release into here. So I'm just gonna stir this up, then I'm gonna leave it alone and let it continue to cook. But you can see that I've been working this back and forth with the ground beef and the mild Italian sausage, right, has been broke up nicely. All right, so when you look down here and you see I got Italian, onion, oregano, black pepper, and then we got some bay leaf, right? This right here is a necessity. You level up with a little bit of this here, but you'd like to put a little bit of oregano. You couldn't call it spaghetti without having that, right? So now I'm gonna take this, we're gonna just start adding some to it. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get everything, mixed up. And guess what, folks? What's the next step after I get it all mixed up? What do we want to do? That's right, we want to taste it and see if it needed any more of an adjustment. If it tastes good here, once we add our sauce to it, we're gonna level that up too, then we taste it again, and we make some more. But I like to start off so that we're not putting so much in there. All right, but you see this right here? And then if I move this back, look, you see where it looks like it's getting a little soupy right there? Don't trip. I'm gonna show you where all this comes into play. Now, let's go ahead and address this sauce, right? We cooking for a lot of people. Please don't let this, fool you and make you think that this not gonna taste like homemade. I use the Prego brand. You guys can use whatever you want to use. You see, I like the little meat version, right? You can do the mushroom, however you want to do it, because we added the meat. Now, we're going to add this to it. Remember I was talking about what you saw inside of the pot and all of that? All of that's going to mix with this. So let me get these open. We're going to start adding it. Now, on my recipe card, on my website, I will tell you how to make your own if you want to make it from scratch. But if you're doing a party, you're doing this, and you're doing a bunch of other trays of everything else, this right here, I promise you, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna get this like a 9. You know what I mean? And I'm not just giving that just to be giving it. So come on over here, let's put this in here. I want you guys to see how it is when I put it. Now, let's go back, look at that right there. You see that little liquid right there? Now, don't forget we had 27% fat. And I got it, folks, you know what I mean? We don't always eat like that, but that's the flavor. And if you don't believe me, look at the color of it. You understand that? Look at the color. That's telling you that, right? So now if I take this and I start adding it to it, because we're gonna cook it down. I know some of y'all, with me doing all of this, you probably done forgot. What about the pasta? But hey, I got a spot for it. You see this right here? We're gonna work this in there. Now I'm gonna adjust my heat and I'm gonna bring it up to a high. Because what I wanna do is I wanna get this back up to a boil. Now, that's where that bay leaf is gonna come in at. But you see how that, look, you see this right here? Really is not as much as you saw. We still got 3 more of these to put in there. All right, so look, we finna do it old school. You remember when your mama had something in the jar or whatever, you had this? You know what I mean? Hey, we want to get it off. We paid for it. So I don't put a whole lot in there. Hey, you guys, don't do that, man. I done seen people fill this up and do that. I just shake it like this because that's a whole lot of goodness, right? Let's see, we looking good. All right, that's enough for me. Now I'll bring this back over here and I'm gonna do that for all 3. All right, we just add that. We do the rest of them, and then we cook it down a little bit, and then we're gonna introduce the penne. All right, now that we got this, simmering, I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaves, get these in here so it can release its flavor. They kind of like rehydrate and release its sauce, its taste in here also. I'm gonna let this simmer for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our pasta. All right, folks, so we done here. I would cook this down. Look at that right there. You see that? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna take the bay leaves out. I'm gonna leave those in there, you know what I mean? But look at that. I like it meaty like this. Some of you guys can add more meat to it. This, don't forget, this was really actually by weight. This was 4 pounds and this is almost 4.5 pounds. So let's say 4 pounds and a third. Again, I'm gonna leave that in there, stay in there, right? Only thing we finna do right now is introduce our penne. Now look how much, look at all of this right here. I don't know how I'm gonna get that in there, but we gotta get it in there. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Tell me this. When is spaghetti the best? Is it the day of or the next day? I know most of y'all gonna say the next day. But then I wanna ask this. Do you guys cook your noodles in here? I mean, your pasta like that, like I'm doing? Or do you like to have pasta on your plate and you put it on top, like they do at the restaurants? You guys let me know down in the comment section below. Let's open up the conversation. All right, so if you come here and you take a look, you can see. And just think about this. When you serving spaghetti, like I said, you can go ahead and use the regular pasta noodle like we normally do, a spaghetti noodle. But I like to go ahead and use it the way you guys see it this way, because we're gonna put these in, little bowls so everybody can eat, right? You can see, oh yeah, when you do it right, you see how we can see the andouille. Oh yeah, the sauce is still creamy, not so thick. It still runs down, and don't trip. This won't make it past tonight. But if it did, it'd be even better tomorrow. Now I made some garlic toast. I've already made it. I'll show you guys. Matter of fact, I might just put it in the video when I serve it so you guys can see everybody eat. Right now, we're finna put this in there, and we ain't done yet though, because we got a little cheese to add to it. Okay, now when you got a big pot like this, notice I got myself a towel under here, trying to get it so that I don't spill it, right? So when you pick it up, now we're just gonna add a layer, right? So. And when I say a layer, we just put a little bit in like that right there, and we just leave it, right? Look at, you can see the heat. Now remember, I shredded a lot of cheese, right? So let me go ahead and get my spoon Let's just get this, you know, level. Now I'm gonna come with my mozzarella. Right, we're gonna let the heat, you don't need to put this back in the oven or nothing like that. We let the residual heat that's in here, we let it just work. Right, now, go ahead and bring that cheddar into the game. Right, now you guys make it as cheesy as you would like. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure that everybody, if they don't like cheese, they better stay away from this one. Then I'm gonna come back here on the top and add another layer. And we do the same thing with the cheese. And this is how we gonna feed the masses, folks. All right, folks, so look, here we go. You can see it, and talk to me about that cheese topping though. Mozzarella, cheddar cheese. You gotta tell me, you do mild, sharp, medium, whatever. I really would have leveled this up if I'd have put some pepper jack on here instead of the mozzarella. But anyway, I can't please everybody. You guys let me know what you guys would do in the comment section below. Now, with that being said, I gotta get out of here. You guys know I'm racing. I might throw a little bit of that in this video, I don't know. But with that being said, you know how I leave all of my videos. I'm out, folks. Peace.